Once upon a time in the land of Hushabye, around the wondrous days of yore, they came across a sort of box bound up with chains and locked with locks, and labeled "Kindly do not touch. It's war." A decree was issued round about, all with a flourish and a shout, and a gaily colored mascot tripping lightly on before. Don't fiddle with this deadly box, or break the chains, or pick the locks, and please don't ever play about with war. Well, the children understood. Children happened to be good, and they were just as good around the time of yore. They didn't try to pick the locks and break into that deadly box, and they never tried to play about with war. Mommies didn't either. Sisters, aunts, and grannies neither, 'cause they were all quiet and sweet and pretty in those wondrous days of yore. Well, very much the same as now, not the ones to blame somehow for opening up that deadly box of war. But someone did. Someone battered in the lid and spilled the insides out across the floor. A sort of bouncy, bumpy ball made up of all the guns and flags and all the tears and horror and the death that goes with war. It bounced right out and went bashing all about and bumping into everything in store. And what was sad and most unfair was it really didn't seem to care much who it bumped, or why, or what, or for. It bumped the children mainly. And I'll tell you this quite plainly, it bumps them every day and more and more. It leaves them dead and burned and dying, thousands of them sick and crying, 'cause when it bumps, it's really very sore. Now there's a way to stop the ball. It isn't difficult at all. All it takes is wisdom, and I'm absolutely sure that we can get the ball back in the box and bind the chains and lock the locks. But no one seems to want to save the children anymore. Well, that's the way it all appears, 'cause it's been bouncing round for years and years, in spite of all the wisdom whizzed, since those wondrous days of yore. In the time they came across the box, bound with chains, and locked with locks, and labeled, "Kindly do not touch. It's war."